Hello friends, family and future friends. Today we're gonna be having a look at a game played between in the bottom right, spawning as the blue Zerg player Dark, and in the top left, spawning as the red Terran player, the Liquid Clem. Good old Dark here in the bottom right. Clem, of course, known to be a fabulous TVZ player. Some even call him the best. Other people don't call him the best, those people are wrong. Clem definitely is the best TVZ player in the world. And Dark is probably one of the best players in the world, period. I also think Clem is one of the best players in the world, period. But the thing with Dark is that he just seems to win a lot. And a lot of the time I'm not even quite sure why he wins or how he wins. He just kind of wins, and it looks a little bit silly at times, at other times it looks brilliant. He's just very good at the game. And yeah, it's hard to pinpoint sometimes where his wins really come from. He doesn't seem to do anything too special strategically at times. It's just his mechanics, his units control, his game decision is all so solid, and at the end of the day he gets the big fat dub. We'll see if he manages to get it again this time around here on Romanticides. Clem's opening up with a command center after Reaper, his most beloved opener. The standard opener as well in TVZ, of course. Most likely is going to be going into a triple CC after, as that is the Clem that we love and know, especially on a map like Romanticide, where it can be a little bit more tricky to get any damage done with any potential 2 gas openers. Clem scouts the fact, hey, that was a hatchery first, knows his timing, 2 minutes, finishes up, okay, that's hatch first, let's just straight away head home. Reaper will make its way across the map and well, maybe we'll be able to get something on, we'll see. 6 links on the way though for Dark, so perhaps nothing will be able to get done here with that first Reaper. We'll see what Clem decides to do. Okay, here he goes. Starts targeting, whoop. Hey, hey. This looks relatively easy, but for whatever reason it is quite hard to do this properly. I always try, but I never really get anything done. Sometimes I'll get like a link, 2 links. If the other guy falls asleep, you may be able to get a drone. Of course, Dark's not planning on falling asleep. Ooh! I think he could have jumped for that tumor actually. He didn't go for it. Of course, he knew that the second queen was going to be downstairs waiting for him, so he can't take too much damage. First tumor is going to be between the main and the natural as well. That means that the first inject was on the natural, which is of course better economically than getting the first inject in the main base. If you have more larvae in the natural, you can produce more drones from the natural, which means that the drones that get produced in the natural need to walk less far than if they were built in the main base. That's why you often also see overlords being produced in the main. A little bit of classical StarCraft 2 knowledge here, guys. So if you didn't know that yet, then congratulations, now you're in the know. You're part of the select few thousand that know this this most deep and inner knowledge, the inner workings of StarCraft. Mainly Zerg. Clem playing, what is this, 4 cars? 6 cars? It's gonna be 4 cars. 4 car, 2-1-1-ish opener. Yep. So this factory's gonna fly over here and start a reactor. Maybe we'll just do it over here, if possible, not right next to it. And I actually didn't pay a lot of attention to it, but Dark went for the non-forward base, which is rare to see these days. These days a lot of Zergs like this forward base, with the possibility to take this as the 4th base and this is the 5th. Right now it's going to be quite... Ooh, that's a lot of links. That is a crap ton of links actually. That's what, 22 links? 20 more on the way. 20 plus 22 is 42. Oh, there's 30 links already. It's going to be 50 links and 4 more on the way. That's a crap ton of links out. 2 cars are staying home. These 2 cars are trying to do a little bit of damage. Plus 1 melee is getting researched as well. Oh, here come the cars. They're not going to be able to see anything. Clem is looking for an overlord that isn't there. Look how safe he's playing it. All of these units on the ramp. Let's take a look. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Moves out at the perfect time for Dark. Still has a very nice little wall here. Perhaps a hold position can help Clem a little bit. Yeah, that's a good defense. That's a very good defense. 8 workers have gone down, but this was okay, no, it's fine. This was a huge investment here out of Dark. This was huge. Look how many links he built. How many links did you lose? 46 links have gone down on the side of Dark. There's still 36 links out. Just the 36 links that are out currently could have been 18 more drones. 18 more drones. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Now, of course, then he would have died against the next two medevac push out, but a lot of workers have been cut in order to do this, and it hasn't really done a whole lot. I mean, 8 workers is fun and all, but if you build 50, 60 links, then yeah, you're gonna want a little bit more done. Queen count is good, however, here for Dark, so that's nice at least. It doesn't have a fort base on the way yet either. I mean, it doesn't have the creep to get a fort. I don't really like the position here for Dark. I'm gonna be real with you guys. First two medevacs are gonna make their way across the map. They're gonna try to get a couple of tumors, perhaps. Ooh, this ling run by is massive. That's a huge ling run by. I'm quite sure if Clem's actually ready for this. It's a lot of links. I would be way more afraid, but Clem seems to know that 4 Marines, 2 Hellions and a tank are usually good enough. Here comes the stim forward. We'll be able to take out a creep tumor here. Pick him up, fly away. Make a wish, stay away, and break them. 5 barracks coming down as well. Ooh, look at that. Clem was expecting roaches. Went for the tech lab on the factory. Right now realizes it's going to be more ling heavy. Says, hey, I actually want mines then, but producing mines from a tech lab factory is a lot slower than doing it from a reactor. And of course, once the armory finishes up, you will be able to immediately start his drilling class. Actually, he's gonna go for a tank. Okay. Huh. He's gonna stick with tanks for now. Loses 1 more mariner. Drops here, that's risky and doesn't quite work out. Drops up here, it's less risky, but also doesn't do anything for him. Is this going to be an... Okay, I thought he was gonna build a CC on position. I was like, man, Clem, I know you're a wild man, but that's a little bit wild even for me. But instead I think it was just an SCV that finished up a depot over there. It's gonna make its way across the map. 65 workers here for Dark. There's a macro hatchery in the base already. This is a Dark classic, by the way, making a macro hatchery and then not injecting either of the 2 hatcheries in the main. It's really a Dark classic. Sometimes he even adds a second macro hatchery in the main base, especially when playing Ling Bane. 5th base is gonna get taken right now. Clem just up 15 supply for no... Well, his early game just was better. 1-1 is about to finish up as well. So is the armory. 10 more drones on the way for Dark. He has so many links. How does he get so many links? 88 links. Almost no Bane links though. It's a little bit tricky. Mine is burrowing forward as well. These 3 creep tumors will also fall. Perhaps we have another scan in it? No, not another scan in it here for Clem. Is gonna pick up and straight away drop on top of this 3rd base. Mine gets a mediocre hit. Single ling gets taken out. Up, we have another pickup and these 2 medevacs will get pushed back. Same thing happening over here in the middle. These medevacs will get pushed back. Creep denial. Yeah, not too great. The left side there's been a decent amount of creep denial, but in the middle I think there's still too much. Dark immediately trying his best to get that re-established. I think that tumor is actually gonna die. I think that queen is actually gonna die. Same time we have this push out coming out of Clem who's trying to get into position. There's a huge army here out of Clem. This is a massive army. Same time we have a decently sized run by as well happening here in the natural. Not the greatest detonations. A little bit slow there out of Dark. These mines didn't do anything and now this run by is looking extremely dangerous. These mines might want to reposition. A bunch of SCVs are going to go down here. This 5th base also will fall most likely, however. Yep, is going to go down. Melee attacks +2 is about to finish up and Dark is going to collapse on top of that army. 20 workers have gone down on the side of Clem. Double drops heading towards the middle right now as these mines try to stay alive for as long as possible. Another overseer gets morphed here for Dark. 77 army supply against 60. There's a single liberator on the map already. There's a crap ton of mines. There's like 8 mines at home. Single Ling still going ham. 5 kills on that Ling, all of those most likely SCVs. Income not looking too hot though for Clem right now. 3k coming in a minute here for Dark, while Clem is struggling to get above 2k. A fourth base is en route. And 2-2 is about to finish, huh? So Clem's gonna have another go at it. 32 Marines are out, as well as 12 mines. Mines, of course, going to be the real game changer here. Clem moves forward, sees, hey, still no 5th base, that's nice. What's that? I think there was a medevac that went in there. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be really rough for Clem to push in here. There's just too many units. You can send them forward basically one by one to sacrifice into the mines. A lot of these mines are falling already and getting activated. Clem's trying to hold the ram. It's not quite going to work. 12 workers have gone down against 20. 8, 7. Something else happening anywhere? No. Not the greatest fight. But also not the worst fight, I guess, right? Just these 20 workers are big. Dark doesn't quite have the larva to rebuild them. The proxy hatch without the inject is yeah. Not the proxy hatch, the macro hatch without the inject is a classic, a dark classic. 64 workers here for Clem against 75. So income right now is going to be fine for the Frenchman. As our Korean players looking to take out some rocks, making the fights in the future a little bit easier for himself. This is a cancel on this hatchery very rapidly. I think a little bit too rapid maybe even, as maybe Clem would have been able to take it out, but I don't know. I feel like he could have at least fought for it a little bit, or pretended to fight for it. Missile attack level 1 just finished up, and we're gonna be seeing, well, hopefully we're gonna be seeing Hive starting soon. Another marine drop is heading towards this top location. Will try to get a little bit of damage done, but won't be able to. And Clem once again starts walking on the map. He's a massive fan of these small little walks. Bum 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 bum. Changeling here at the 5th base. How many is this? 8 marines still left, okay. See what they can do. The creep on this side of the map, by the way, has been so small, and I'm surprised that Clem hasn't really moved there yet all game. All the time he just wants to go to these type of bases. Maybe he doesn't like this position as much. I mean, still relatively tight. He's gonna go to try push forward here. He's gonna go onto the high ground. He just doesn't want to, I guess, expose himself by moving too far down, like exposing himself for potential run-bys. Draws on a couple of command centers here, by the way, already starting ghost production, even though the lurker then isn't even finished yet, talking about being ahead. I'm actually in a pretty good spot here. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised how well this is going for Clem. Dark, in my mind, one of the better ZZT players, struggling to keep up with the Frenchie. Random mines sprawled across the map, or around the map I should say. Trying to burrow here. This is a good engagement out of Dark, I think. He doesn't really get the full-on surround, but yeah, he still gets an okay trade. This is an okay trade for Dark for sure. Lots of medevacs are still alive as well. Now this is not going to be, it's not going to be a kill, I was going to say, but all of a sudden a lot of the units are dying. Lurkers are burrowing forward as well, and did Clem just die? And the fight looked bad, but then it also didn't feel too bad as long as these extra units stay alive. I think there was like one Bane hit that I missed or something. Good micro out of Clem, not quite going to be good enough though. 3-3 upgrades are finally done for him. It's really painful that he lost all of the extra CCs as well before he could lift them or before they were finished, because if that was the case, he would have been in a fantastic spot still. Right now, all of a sudden he's just only 2 more. He's mining from a pretty low amount here, pretty low amount of bases. He's gonna be getting a planetary over here. 2 more command centers are on the way. Props are gonna get taken down as well. You love to see it. You do love to see it. What is this? 8 ghosts? 8 ghosts. 8 ghosts indeed. Planetary about to finish up. Scans out of Clem right now. Says, hey, wait a second. I don't want to know what you have. And he sees this base going down. So he knows right now his opponent is on 5 base most likely. Working towards a 6th. Clem is doing something similar. Nice little single lurker harassment here. Out of Dark. Will not be able to do too much, but at least should be capable of forcing away the SCVs from the mineral line. Do we have a scan available? We don't have a scan. It's so frustrating. Come on. Show us a scan, my friend. Show us a scan. I think scan just happened. 144 links. 5 lurkers, 2 banelings. 394 links have gone down so far. Only 7 banelings. The baneling count has been insanely small. It's literally just been links. It's been links, queens, and now lurkers are being added. 7 more banes on the way. Adaptive talents as well, and 3 upgrades. Is the adrenal already done? Yep, it is. You have overlord speed done as well. Maybe some potential for Nidus in the future. Oh, here comes Clem. Just gonna be... Oh, it's actually gonna snipe the overseers. That's a cute move. I like that a lot. I was like, I might just right click or like A move on a couple of links, but then Clem too quick for me. Immediately realized what was going on here. Look at that. Oh, sensor tower is gonna... at least gonna get temporarily denied here. Should turn into a planet. There's too many links here. There's too many links. You can't actually hold this. Needs to be very careful. It doesn't quite have the marine count here. Might just get surrounded. If all of those ghosts end up dying, that would be a huge issue. Great stutter step coming out of Clem though. Blinding Cloud trying to deal a little bit of damage. His base is going to fall. No lift there. But this was an awful fight for Dark. And I understand why he took it. Because it looked like he had that surround. But then Clem just somehow stutter stepped himself out of there. I'm not even quite sure how he managed to do that. But he did. And now he's on the aggressive. And that's when Clem is the most dangerous. That's when most people are most dangerous, when they're on the aggressive. There's very little people that inflict a lot of damage while they're defending. Okay. I guess that last fight begs to differ. Now we have... against high link counts, ideally what you want is higher marine counts as well. Because marines deal very well with links. The problem is if you get too many marines and your opponent will just build a couple of banelings, all of a sudden your army sucks again. So you need a good mix of marines, marauders, mines and ghosts. But you really shouldn't forget to up that marine count at times as well, because otherwise the damage output of your army is just not big enough. You need to work too much. 17 mines, holy crap, Clem. Look how many he is just in random locations, or seemingly random locations. Well, it's not really random locations, but just... nicely spread out. His actual army though looks really weak. It's 18 ghosts. I don't know, I don't really like his army. I think there's too many mines. I don't think there's enough beef to the army. This feels like it's half of the army, but it's actually the entire army. Of course he isn't maxed. Mines will be able to detonate here. 1, 2, 3. Space still gonna go down though, so no matter how many mines you have, apparently the answer is always not enough. A lot of SCVs are gonna go down here as well. 28 workers have gone down already. And we had what? 16 ghosts. 3 overseers. That was a big army. He has a good army. But also... he doesn't have a whole lot of money anymore. This base is gonna get forced to lift as well here. Dark's actually doing a fantastic job here. Run by after run by after run by. We have a 4 marauder, 1 marine little side attack going on here. But Dark has units in positions. Look at that unit movement out of Dark. The rotations that he has been using this game is absolutely destroying Clem at his own game. Just outpacing him, it seems like. Ghosts are gonna be coming home. 25 workers remain for Clem, who lost 57 workers in the past minute or so. What's the orbital count? Orbital count is 5, so might be able to boot up that income. Maybe 1.8, 2k minerals. And with the oh no. Oh no. Yeah, that was pain. That was actual pain. I really thought there might have been some potential for Clem to push up, but those banelings traded so well there. Now the mules are falling down. 5 SCVs being produced at once. scan being used on these individual lurkers. And look at the base count right now for Dark also is so big. 7 bases against, well, 6 of Clem. I mean, it's also not awful. Problem is, having 6 bases, only 37 workers isn't quite worth it. 2.6k mineral income though, as the mules start doing their job. Their jobs never will be taken, I can assure you that. Mines crawling forward. 11 mines. Once again, very high mine count. This time I don't mind it. 17 marines as well with the army. 8, 9 workers going on. Where was that happening? Okay, it's probably this mine maybe? I don't know what happened there. I just don't know where that... It's crazy how fast these guys play and how much they see. It really is. Forward scan here out of Clem. 81 army supply against 102. Honestly, I feel like the only thing Clem can do at this point is just sit back and try not to die. If he gets to a maxed army comp at some point, it's gonna be a 150 army supply army. I mean, he is mining a crap ton of money, which is nice. He throws down another 3 mules, which is extremely nice even. And if he just doesn't die, it feels like that should be the answer, but I'm not quite sure if Dark is going to give his opponent that amount of time. Dark. 16 banelings out, 6 lurkers. Oh, just gonna get owned by mine. This mine could reposition and take it out, probably. Hello, Clem. Hello. Couple of snipes. Yep. Snipe's gonna go off and we'll take out the lurker. Another command center gets built here. 151 supply against 200 right now. As every single rock on the map right now is being destroyed. Random snipes on units. We love to see it. Perhaps a forward scan here. Could probably take out a couple of lurkers. With a decent scan. I think snipe is larger. It's long enough range for that, no? This base not defended by a planetary, which means that Ling run bys could potentially be lethal. Here come Lings in, single tank, not going to be enough. That will have to burrow the... instead of burrowing the lurker, he burrowed the Lings. That's a massive army right now. 57 workers, 114 army supply. He's been doing a good job staying alive and getting back into this. I really thought he was dead at some point. It was like 110 against 180 or so. Dark still had money in the bank back then as well. Now come the Lings moving forward once again. Dragging these mine shots onto a lot of his army, but also on top of a lot of these Lings. Clem is pretty set right now. He's going to be getting 2 more orbital commands most likely. I wouldn't even mind if he gets a planetary here at the frontal forward base. Just a defensive planetary. Meanwhile, Dark trying to expand forward, trying to take as many bases as he can. And if Dark can actually get those bases off, that would be huge. If he can start mining from some of Clem's bases. This Clem right now has been trading way more efficiently. We're seeing a lot of snipes going down here. Here's the move forward. Just to scare his opponent away, it seems like. Just to scare his opponent away. There's no mines here, which is an issue. Mines now are going to be moving forward. And... our good friend Dark will move back. 14 more banelings on the way immediately. As Dark decides to... well, he's just gonna attack up here, no? He's gonna come from 2 sides. Here comes Dark. Here comes Dark. Mine shot. No, accidental unburrow here. A lot of these... oh my god, this is the greatest choke of all time. Can we get a lift on this orbital perhaps? No lift on the orbital yet. No micro out of Clem. That is very rare. He just stopped moving for a bit. Also didn't lift the orbital. Now Clem once again is in a lot of trouble. Great engagement out of Dark, by the way. We'll also be able to take out this base. Lots of SCVs are gonna be going down. 40 SCVs have fallen. And I think with those 40 SCVs, the tide now truly has turned. I think Dark is just going to win this game. 88 workers against 16. I don't think Clem can challenge this base or this base, which means that Dark is going to be outmining his opponent. In the overall resources, because Dark is just gonna be up. Well, it's just gonna have mined 2 more bases total. Ay. Poor Clem. Clem is looking for damage, but I don't think he can find it here. Lings moving in, banelings rolling forward, and Clem's army is getting absolutely destroyed. Mines are doing their absolute best. They're trying their hardest, but with only 69 supply left for Clem and 177 for Dark. GG needs to be called. And that's exactly what Clem does. Clem loses against Dark. Dark takes out the big French player. And yeah, that's going to be it for today. If you enjoyed, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you all next time. Bye bye.